Okay, so this is basically a prepositional error that you were making, and you did it two, three times. So you need to work on these things. So do you understand what prepositions are, though? So our topic for today, apparently we haven't been assigned a topic, and I do have two to three topics for you. So rather two topics for you. You can pick any one, all right?
Okay.
Okay, so the first topic is food and restaurants, and second topic is memes and jokes. Memes and jokes. Which one do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about all whatever topic you have. We can cover a little bit or okay.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get it. Let's talk about what?
I said let's. You said you have three topics, right?
Two topics I have.
Only two topics. Okay, so we can talk
Mhm.
on both or yeah, let's talk about those on both.
Okay, perfect. So let's start with memes and jokes first. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to this topic, there are two idioms that I want to introduce. First
Okay.
is sense of humor.
Okay.
Have you heard of this idiom?
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Yes.
Oh, does it mean the way you are putting your thoughts? Is it funny or you are putting it in a smile manner, laughing manner? I can understand.
Mhm. Right. So it's basically you coming close to it. I know that you understand it. So it's more on the side of the ability to understand funny things. Like she has a
Yeah.
good sense of humor. Like she
Yes.
is able to understand the joke. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
basically the ability to understand anything. So you said to be able to put smile and all, to be able to understand. So you don't put a smile. So it's I think you were trying to convey the idea of where a person is witty, right? So it's more on the side of when a person is witty, they are able to make other people laugh, right? Okay. So the next one is burst out laughing.
Yeah, burst out laughing. I laughed a lot. I cannot control my emotion after
Yes.
listening to his or her. Okay, what she
Mhm.
said. So, yeah, burst out laughing. That means you are laughing a lot.
Yes, correct. So
To
it
laugh.
means that you suddenly start laughing a lot. Can you try making a sentence using this?
Okay. Should I say that? Yesterday, I was in a meeting, and have you heard about Toastmaster Club?
I haven't, but I think I've seen a few reels about it.
Yes, yes, yes. And we were 20 to 30 people in us. And there one of the speaker came in front of us and he was started discussing about on one of our no former member of that club, members of that one of our
Mhm.
former members of our club. And he could
Mhm.
not understand how he should he should bring his image in front of the us in front of us, right? So
Mhm.
our so he should instead of saying he should our ex member member he should say it this way, our member, this person is our member X,
Okay. Right. So he was
our
not able
member
to
X.
recall the right word.
Right. So it was really such a uh,
Funny
burst
incident.
of laughing. No, the idiom is burst.
We burst out.
I'm sorry.
Burst out laughing. Yes.
I burst out laughing
Burst
because
out laughing. BURS.
yeah, burst out laughing. Okay, because
This is
the
funny.
way he put it his name, it was
Mhm.
hilarious. I think it was hilarious.
Funny. Right. Yes. Okay. Yes. That was a good enough. And especially given that when a person is doing it on such a big stage, like in front of people, then it
Yes,
becomes even more hilarious.
yes,
That
yes.
adds to
We
it.
almost all started laughing.
Right. No, understandable. So now we'll jump to our topic. All right.
Yeah.
So before that, so you mentioned he was started discussing about he started discussing about some things and then he pointed out to this person. So it is not going to be he was started. So he started discussing about. All right. Was is not
Mm-hmm.
required here. Right. So he started discussing about these things and then the conversation drifted to this and that, right? So that is how you phrase it. Okay. So when it comes to our topic, memes and jokes, I will start by that of the many forms of visual expressions on internet, among the most widespread and most expressive are the memes. So internet memes are the most common video and photo content on internet. So what springs to your mind when you hear the word meme? How do you understand memes?
Maybe some people, okay, making I think duplicate videos of that original video, and they make a scene of laughing, funny, something like that. That is called meme, right?
Mhm.
Suppose,
Right.
okay,
Memes are basically photos or something relate that roast a person, like that basically grill some content. So making funny comments on that can make a meme, right? So memes
mhm.
that technically, for example, they can take out clips from the speeches of popular people and then add their own content and make it funny.
Yes, 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 yes. Like the people make meme of Rahul Gandhi, Narendra Modi, right?
Modi.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
Understand.
yes, so
Mm,
this is
mm.
what memes mean. All right. So
Mm.
when it comes to memes, do you have you seen a couple of memes related to your culture as well, like from whatever place you come from? There might be content creators over there as well, right?
Yeah, I have heard, watched a lot meme from, if I talk about my fitness background, or
Mm-hmm.
the the fitness coach, and
Mm-hmm.
rural area. Every, I think these days people make, they are so active on social media, and they are trying to gather, more and more followers by making
Mm-hmm.
memes, and so it's common. It's easy to watch everywhere on social media. Yeah.
Right. So you mentioned I watch a lot memes on about these things. A lot of memes or many memes about these
Okay,
that
what is
thing.
difference between
Like
a
you
lot
mentioned
of or
about
a lot?
a lot of memes. I've watched a lot of things, a lot of content on this thing, that thing, all right? Off is required.
Is it necessary? A lot of is required?
Yes, off is required. Yes. A
Okay.
lot of this thing. Like, or I have watched many memes, a lot of memes. All right, both are correct.
I have watched a lot of memes. Is it not
It
correct?
is incorrect. It is incorrect because lot requires off as well. Like lot technically gives a quantity. Quantity of what you
What
need
I
to then
Okay.
give.
Okay, I understood
Off
that.
is this thing.
I understood. But if I will say this way, I have done this work a lot. Is it incorrect or correct?
In that way, it is correct because oh, after that, you're not adding any object, right? A lot of work, or I have worked a lot, right? But if you're using lot in between as a verb, then you need to specify what that verb relates to. All right?
Got it. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So when it comes to memes, do you think it will become a new and popular art form, like more popular than it already is?
Yeah, of course. I said people, I love watching jokes, funny videos.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
want to get entertained, okay, on the social media. So, and the person who has more creativity, how to make meme, how to edit videos, and sounds and everything, they attract
Mhm.
more and more followers, more and more viewers on their page.
Mhm.
So
Right.
yeah, it is very common these days.
And it is also going to become popular, right?
Popular. Mhm.
You can add that line too. Okay, so when, yes, so when it comes to memes and jokes, what do you think of things that are going viral on internet? What do you think about their quality? What do you think about their usage? Like, are they informative or not? And do you think they're relevant?
I don't think you can watching those meme jokes or okay funny videos can improve your life. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that's for entertainment. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
just you can refresh your mind. You can release your stress for a few minutes. But if I talk about those insight, there is no insight on those kinds of videos. No values,
Right.
no etiquettes.
Right.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
obviously I don't watch those kinds of before. I use social media obviously. I use and before spending 10 second, 50 second. First, I asked a question from myself. If I'm giving 10 or 50 second, 20 second, 30 second, whatever that longer video is it going to improve my life? It is informative for me or not? I asked.
Right.
And the question is just my mind pop up. Yeah, it's not. Just scroll up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Correct.
So that's what I do. That's what I do. Obviously, I watch, but I don't spend too much time watching those kinds of video again. Suppose if
Mm-hmm.
I need to refresh my mind. Sometimes I found something. Okay, I watched it. That again. Next time these kinds of videos and messages coming, I scroll it up. I don't need now.
Okay. Mhm. That kind of content you try to avoid it.
Mhm.
Right. So you mentioned that insight on these videos that it is, and there is no insight. There is no insight in these videos. They're not
Okay.
insightful, or there is insight in these videos. Then you mentioned about before you watch those reels, you ask a question from myself. I ask a question to myself. Are
I
they
was a good
important for me? Are they relevant? Yes, to myself. Then you mentioned about like at times if I found something that is interesting for some time you might watch it, but next time you scroll it. If I find something, not found, find something that is interesting or find something that is relevant, only then I watch it. All right. So these were three corrections over here. Okay, when
Okay.
it comes to your answer, I can see that you know how to regulate your content on social media. And it's very important because a lot of people end up wasting a lot of time on doing these things, like checking out internet. It will keep feeding you. The more you take, the more it will feed you. It is
Yeah, of course.
never-ending process.
They are
So yes,
improving
you
their
have to put.
income.
Oh
Right.
yes,
They
of
are
course,
improving
they are
their
just
followers
giving.
and we are wasting our time.
Yes, that is true indeed. So, right. So, do you imagine there to be a degree someday in memes and all these jokes and internet culture? Is it possible that someday it might become a regular course how to make memes and all as an art form, probably?
Yeah, of course. The people are creating YouTube channel and telling them how to edit video, how to make meme, how to make people laugh,
Mm-hmm.
how to be more humor, no, how
Mm-hmm.
to make people fool, how to entice people,
Mm-hmm.
how to attract people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think the era is already reached in
Right.
2024. So yeah, we don't have to
Mm-hmm.
wait for that.
Right. Okay. So when you mentioned about how it is basically wasting our time and all those things, and there is a lot of content, like how to make people fool, how to fool people. That is the phrase you use. How to fool
Okay.
people, it is teaching them and all, a fool or scam people or on those lines. You can use any word. All right. How to
Is it
fool
incorrect?
people. Then you
How,
mentioned
it's
that,
incorrect? How to make
yes,
people fool?
yes, because the correct, it is basically a phrase to fool people. All right. So it's sort of an idiom to fool someone. It means that you are, in a way, trying to ridicule someone or mock someone, right?
Okay.
So, yes. So the idiom, the phrase exact is to fool someone. So how to fool people? This is what is happening on internet.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes. And if you want to use it like this, like make people fools, then it's going to be how to make a fool out of people. All right. So
Okay.
these are two ways how to fool people, how to make a fool out of people. All right. Better is how to fool people. Like that is the most genuine phrase that you will ever hear. So how to fool people is one phrase. Then you mentioned that I think that era is already reached, that time period is already here, or that this is our reality right now. Because era word is a very big word which defines something epochal, epochal in the sense of very important. So we use eras in terms of defining something that defines the whole century or the whole time period. Like for example, pandemic was the biggest thing of our era, is the biggest thing of our era. That means the COVID-19 pandemic was the so era is used more on those lines. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on those lines, right? So do you want to continue on this topic or do you want to change the topic?
Yeah, you can continue. You can continue whenever you feel
Yeah,
like.
we can continue on this. Okay, right. So, what do you think about the word viral? Viral.
Viral. That means the videos is being watched by ton of people, right? The
Mm-hmm,
video is getting view on crores, millions, no, billions viewers. That is called viral, I think.
mm-hmm. Yes, it's basically when something becomes very popular and is able to get the attention of majority of the people worldwide, right? So that is what viral means. So you mentioned about video is getting popular when a video becomes popular or a video gets a lot of like, all right, gets a lot, then is it's not required, gets a lot of attention. That is what viral refers to. All right.
Mhm.
Yes, and your understanding of it is very correct. So, yes, when things become viral, they end up gaining a lot of attention from the public. So, which social media websites or sites do you like? Do you prefer?
I prefer Instagram, Facebook, but I active on Instagram more.
Oh, right. So, why do you like Instagram? Do you like the way you're able to upload the content, or do you like how people are interacting over there, like the user interface value? What entices you to use Instagram?
Because my heroes, my idols are on Instagram. Okay, and I watch
Mm-hmm.
their content and get their videos,
Mm-hmm.
their knowledge. So I feed my mind with those statements, quotes, posts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is why
Mm-hmm.
I follow them on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
Okay. You mentioned I watch their contents. I watch their content. So content is a collective noun which shows that there is some amount of let's say work in it, like amount of articles, posts, pictures, reels, videos, anything, right? So content in itself. So for example, we use the word people. People is another collective noun. It means that there is certain number of persons involved in something. Like I saw a lot of people over there. She's writing good content. So that means she's not just working on one thing. There are a lot of other things in it. All right. So you
So
will
content
mention
is
it like this,
plural.
like
Plural. Content is plural.
con content is plural, like it's a collective noun. That is what we
Okay.
call it. It's a collective noun, like it stands for something in collection. All right. So you can use it in this sense, like if you have to use it for this thing, like watch their content, that would be better, or the contents of their video is good. The content of their video is good, rather. The contents of this book talks about this and that. So contents usually we avoid. We usually use it in the sense of content. Like I gave you two examples where I used it in sentences, right? Which sounds better to you. For example, the contents of this book is good. The content of this book is good.
I
Which one
think both.
sounds better?
I think I create good content. I create good, great content. I don't know, it's
You
singular or plural. As you are saying, it's plural, so
right.
maybe.
It's singular. You use it in the singular context. Other than that, there is another contents though, contents, which is used only in specific contexts. That is, a book can contain a contents page. Contents is basically what it includes. So that is one of the places where you use content. All right. You don't use it for defining something which is already containing something. All right. The content of their video is good, is informative. The work they're uploading, the content they're uploading is very detailed and very aesthetic, right? So you use the word content in general, all right? Okay. So I will now give you your corrections as the session will clock out in a while. So first of all, what I could see is you've been making errors in the prepositions. So your prepositions are off, on, under, all right? So like you mentioned, inside on those videos, inside in these videos. There is not a lot of content on in these videos, right? When you mention question from myself, I question myself. From is not required. Or I question to myself, right? I question to myself. I put a question to myself. Okay, why do I need this content? Okay, so this is basically a prepositional error that you were making, and you did it two, three times. So you need to work on these things. So do you understand what prepositions are, though?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Okay. So you will be able to do a few exercises. You will be able to get a better understanding of it. And then
Okay.
you did a few, like, no worries. So you did a few mistakes in the tenses. For example, I found something and do not want to watch it. If I find something that I don't want to watch, so I scroll it up. All right. So you need to keep in mind about these topics because these topics are right now what you're also using.
Can't we say,
Yes,
yeah,
you had it.
जैसे मैं, as I am saying that, अगर मैं मुझे कुछ मिला, like if I found, will I say it?
Mhm.
Is I if I
I
find,
found some. Uh,
I
you
find,
will mention. No, it will be I found this thing on internet, but in this context where you use the word found, like I found this content, but
if I
I
found.
keep scrolling. Like you are talking about it in the present sense. Like if I found this content again, I scroll it up. So it's going to be if I find this content again, I will not watch it because you're talking about if it happens again, that is in future and it's also in the present, like it is ongoing, right? If I find when you're talking about found, it is in the past. I found this content on internet, then it's good कि मुझे मिला, तब ठीक है. But if you're talking about आज मुझे मिला था पर ये मेरे को आगे नहीं देखना है, if I find it again, I will scroll it. So you use it find. You use the first form of the word, all right? If I find it again, I will not watch it. I found this thing, all right? So this is
Hmm.
basically your tenses where you need to work on. And
Okay.
lastly, vocabulary. Like you need a little new words, a few new words for your vocabulary. As for example, there was this incorrect usage of era. Era is not supposed to be used in casual sense. All right. Era is technically, as I mentioned, epochal thing. EPOCHAL, epochal is when it defines a very big period of time and it has whatever is we are defining it for has a very big importance. For example, they say Taylor Swift is having her own era right now. This is Taylor Swift's era, all right? Or it was Michael Jackson's era at one point of time. So it's on that level, right?
Okay.
Yes, so it's more on that side. And finally, a little on your fillers. Like when you're talking, at times you end up slipping in those fillers. So you need to work on that as well.
All right.
Right. So this is my feedback. If you have any questions, you can let me know.
No, thank you. I don't have any
Right.
question.
Perfect. So all the best, sir. Take care. Goodbye.
Uh-huh.